Hey YouTube, hope everybody is having an amazing holiday. Just wanted to make this video, kind of another one where why I don't think sports cards or collectibles are necessarily a great investment. And then this is gonna be a little bit different one. It's about Caitlin Clark. I know as of this recording, there's a lot of let's say volatility uh, within let's say in terms of her perception, right? So obviously, within women's basketball, a great basketball player. Um, you know, uh, college records speak for herself. Um, WNBA, she's definitely brought the attention to it. And just so you know as well, when I talk about this video, I'm not just so I'm going to show you this here. So all right, so just so we're clear on that, I'm not talking my book, as we say in the finance industry. You know, I actually got a few of her signed jerseys. Um, I got a bunch of her cards. Just can't bring. You know, so um, so the big elephant in the room is well, obviously her stuff. First off, is that her cards, her autographs, her memorabilia, they've been priced obviously at a premium, right? You know, you can make an argument. She's one of the most popular basketball players in terms of collectibles. In the past, I guess what 2 years, I guess, until she had the really big um, explosion in popularity in it was like her, at least in terms of what I've been following last year at Iowa. But I know she had that previous 2A finals against Angel Reese. But anyways, she was popular. Her cards were priced, at a premium. It was tough getting them. I'm here in Canada, and we have a tough time getting NBA stuff. Period. And then when we get it here, it's priced. The prices are insane, right? Um, so her stuff was valuable. Obviously, the key would be her marketability. I'd say, um, the kind of what I guess what was presented was, from what I got, she was about basketball, right? Um, they used to beat the snot out of her on the court, which isn't right, but you know, um, she still succeeded, right? So that's the perception. I'll say, right? Um, she's a good fundamental basketball player. You know, uh, wasn't anything like a Jordan or anything like that. Let's be honest, right? Jordan was, you know, um, obviously he is Jordan, but anyways, Clark was a great player, right? Now the elephant in the room was her recent, was it Time Athlete of the Year, where she talked about. And again, I'm not gonna jump on any sides. This isn't a political channel. This is a hobbies channel, right? And in this situation, this is gonna be basically about whether sports memorabilia or cards are a good investment, or this is something where I don't think it is, right? Um, like I don't like the stuff here. You know, I don't rely on it to put bread and you know butter and milk on my table, right? But anyways, with her comments, she obviously aligned herself in the political arena where it makes it obviously more divisive. So essentially, what she did was, she she reduced her marketability, and that's the reality of the case. Is whether you think she's right or wrong, that is what has happened, right? So, um, and obviously a big thing is obviously the U.S. elections recently, where you know it definitely delivered a message to you know a corporate America, and I think internationally, quite frankly, and then also kind of where uh, again, I don't want to be political, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Where you want to sell, I want to sell this jersey, be able to sell this jersey or these cards to the biggest available market possible, right? And realistically, what she did was she essentially shrank that, right? Um, I don't think, with all due respect to her capabilities as a basketball player, I don't think she, you know, has the popularity, to even overcome that. Because I know, I mean, certain athletes are like that. There are some in the NBA, one specific one I think you go figure out. He's very popular, but there's also others who don't like him. But I mean, he has a history long enough, in terms of the league where his cards, his collectibles are marketable. Granted, I think the marketability actually even suffers relative to other people, right? So, and then there's other athletes in history who, you know what, again, they can feel the way they can, but they're still beloved, you know what I mean, as athletes, right? So I think with her right now, I guess unfortunately for her, the marketability has really been cut hard. Um, you know, it used to be like on YouTube, we would just I was gonna make something about just the coolness of her collectibles, right? And then kind of her where she can kind of take the WNBA. But the problem is now, most videos or stories online online now are about what she said and now how race relations are now impacting. People are knocking her one way because of her beliefs in this and that. And ideally, I would have. I mean, personally, I would have just preferred if nothing was said on that fact. I mean, again, she can. I respect the fact she can think whatever the way she wants, right? We all should be able to. Obviously, we're not hurting anybody or things like that. But the problem now becomes is that the popularity has now changed, right? And some people will like her now, not necessarily because of her basketball, and some people will dislike her now, and not because of her basketball skills, right? So I mean, online I can tell you, like, I was just even like looking on eBay, and previously you would see stuff for sale, but it would be like pretty high and pretty ridiculous. But now you look online, like her Panini, like these Panini instant cards, the draft card, and this one, I think they've taken a huge beating. Um, Her stuff has really come down. The select stuff I've seen, the autos I've seen as well. There's a lot more listings, and like in any market now. So the question now becomes where the prices. I mean, some of them have really fallen some stuff, but some other stuff I still see is elevated. But the problem comes now where as a collectible investment. Now I'm just talking about as an investment now. Now you can have all the supply coming on, and it might be just initially, this might be just kind of a reaction, just like a immediate reaction, and then I don't know, maybe down the line, she ends up scoring 100 points a game, pulls a wilt, and everyone loves her again. However, like I said, the problem is now you have people who don't like her, not because her basketball skills, but because of other things, right? Or now you have people who like her because of, and not because of her basketball skills, but because of what she says politically, right? And the problem there is that they won't end up buying their memorabilia because of that. Because a lot of the time, like, I'll buy memorabilia because I enjoy the player. Um, you know, I've bought Jordan stuff, held Jordan stuff. I won't sell my Jordan stuff. Love Jordan. You know, yeah, I was one of those kids that want to be like Mike. Um, so that's the thing, right? And the problem is that now, like I said, for if I was relying on these Caitlyn memorabilia, essentially now, you know, I'm in big trouble in that sense, right? If I want to get rid of them, I'm not going to sell them. But they're definitely. I've seen like the jerseys have definitely taken a hit. Like if I'm Panini, I'm pretty annoyed because if you're just Panini, um, you're State Farm. You're Nike, but Nike hasn't done any shoes for her. Um, and to be quite frank, I think they might want to delay that for a while and try to hopefully have this blow over. But she really, she really had a potential to be quite frankly to be, um, you know, kind of a, she could have really taken the sport to new heights. But the problem now is that she's going to just now be just another player who, you know, unfortunately, her politics will probably stand before her game. Whether she realizes it or not, the people that are going to support her are always going to be pushing the politics. The people that are going to, be against her are most likely going to be, pushing her politics. And quite frankly, there'll be people who honestly just wanted to see basketball, right? And frankly, because of the fact that you don't necessarily want to hear all that all the time, like and then it's a big turnoff. They won't watch it anymore, right? So that's going to hurt her popularity. That's going to hurt her values already. Like I said, it's hurting her values already. Um, if you're holding WNBA wax, I feel for you. If you're Panini, if you were planning to put out like a flawless or a one of those big products, and you're planning to charge something ridiculous on it, good luck with that because let's be honest, it was going to be the Clark RPA, right? And I think she kind of killed that, frankly. But this is why I think sports memorabilia is not a great investment. There is no, I mean, the only cash flow that's going to come out of this is the terminal cash flow when I sell it. And now that's in jeopardy, right? Because I don't know what I'll have to discount if I wanted to get rid of it versus what it previously was. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong in a year from now. She could be even more popular than before. But the only issue is, like I said, um, I think she really had a chance to be something a lot bigger than kind of what her new potential is now. So, and then realistically as well, I think she frankly did hurt the growth of the WNBA. And I'm in Toronto, and we're gonna get the new team, the Tempo. I don't. The name is kind of weird, but I think her hype is um, she really took a chunk out of it. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, folks. Like I said, it just don't. If you want to buy the stuff, sports cards in general, memorabilia, whatever, comic books, just don't overdo it because I've seen stuff like this go up, seen stuff like this go down, and this is kind of a situation where this didn't even affect her. It wasn't even a part of her on court play. This is just something off, right? So, anyways, but I do want to wish everybody, everybody, I mean everybody, regardless of gender, politics, whatever, a wonderful holiday. And I want to thank you folks for watching. And, I'll see you in the next video. And thanks for watching again. Bye bye.